Resident Evil creator Shinji Mikami's studio's newest title, Ghostwire Tokyo, has horror fans on the edge of their seats as they eagerly await the announcement of the game's release date. And now, a leak by Sony may have let the cat out of the bag. Keep watching the video for all the juicy details and more. Let's begin. First things first, Ghostwire Tokyo release date leaked. Ghostwire Tokyo, the upcoming action horror game from Bethesda and developer Tango Gameworks, was originally set to launch in late 2021, but had its release date pushed back to early 2022 as a result of the pandemic. Fans were left in the dark after this announcement, with no further news regarding the action horror game's new release date. But just a week or so ago, the release date was seemingly leaked by Sony itself. If this leaked date is accurate, the PlayStation 5 timed exclusive might not be so far away anymore. According to the now deleted entry on PlayStation Store's New Zealand page, the action horror game is all set to launch by March 24th, 2022, just 2 months away from now. The leaked release date was first spotted by gaming site MP First and circulated around the internet before being deleted. Now, the page only displays a generic release date to be determined message. It may look like the exclusive Bethesda and Tango Gameworks action horror is just around the corner, but for now, it's best not to jump to conclusions. We don't have an official release date just yet, and although it is likely to be revealed soon, it's best to manage expectations until then. Is the leaked release date accurate though? Now for the big question. Is the leaked release date accurate? The long-awaited PS5 exclusive has been assigned a release date of March 24th, 2022, in an error by New Zealand's PlayStation Store page. But that doesn't mean the leak has to be accurate. PlayStation Network pages have been known to sometimes erroneously display inaccurate release dates and windows. Such mistakes are extremely rare, but have been seen before in the past. That said, this leak came about after the game's page was specifically updated, lending more credibility to the theory that this was something done by those at Bethesda, either intentionally or accidentally. Ghostwire Tokyo has also recently started receiving age ratings around the world, showing that an official release date is soon to be announced. Another fact in favor of March 24 being Ghostwire Tokyo's actual release date is that March 25th, 2022 is a Friday on the calendar, the day of the week most PlayStation exclusive titles are released. This makes the leaked release date much more credible and drastically decreases the chances of it all being an accident. There is also the fact that the game's release was delayed to early 2022 in July of 2021, which corresponds to the leaked release date of the 24th of March, 2022. And although there is still room for doubt, launch date leaks coming about in this manner are accurate more often than not. When will the official Ghostwire Tokyo release date be announced? As of yet, there has been no official announcement of a release date by those at PlayStation and Bethesda. However, due to this new leak, it's only a matter of time until a launch date is announced formally. As for when this official release date will be announced, rumors suggest a PlayStation event, likely State of Play, will be scheduled in February, and the Ghostwire release date will be announced during this event. Whether these rumors are true remains to be seen. Ghostwire Tokyo is a timed console exclusive for PlayStation 5. The action-adventure game is under development at Tango Gameworks and to be published by Bethesda Softworks. Will the game come to consoles other than PS5? Ghostwire Tokyo may have been announced as a timed exclusive for PlayStation 5 in 2019, but a lot has changed since then, namely the acquisition of ZeniMax Media, which both owns Tango Gameworks and Bethesda Softworks, by the multinational corporation Microsoft. So far, Microsoft seems to be honoring the game's exclusivity deal with Sony, as it was made before publisher Bethesda's purchase in 2020. But what does this mean for you as a gamer? Well, for one, this does not mean that Ghostwire Tokyo will never come to Xbox consoles, just that you'll have to wait for the duration of Sony's exclusivity agreement. The deal lasts 1 year, so you'll likely see the game on Xbox once a year has passed since the release of the game on PS5. Unfortunately, without a concrete PS5 release date, it is impossible to say for sure when Xbox players will get to play Ghostwire Tokyo. Sometime during early or mid-2023 is probably the best bet. In other news, those with an Xbox will have to wait until 2023 to play the horror action game, but there will be no such restrictions on PC gamers. Ghostwire Tokyo will be available on PC once it drops. When was the last time we saw Ghostwire Tokyo in action? It's been a while since fans last saw Ghostwire Tokyo in action, and people are hopeful we will soon get another look at the first first Tango Gameworks project since The Evil Within 2. The last time we saw the game in action was all the way back in September of last year, when the action-adventure's new trailer was revealed at the PlayStation Showcase event. Despite having the same developers as The Evil Within 2, the game seems to be shaping up to be quite different. The basic premise of the game is this: people have been vanishing all over Tokyo, and with a full 99% of the population gone, creepy visitor spirits roam the city. It falls to the player to find out the reason behind this strange occurrence, while simultaneously trying to rid the city of its new demonic interlopers. An action thriller with a fair bit of supernatural elements, Ghostwire Tokyo features a unique magical karate combat and spooky yokai-inspired visitor spirits. Now that we have covered everything we know so far about Ghostwire's leaked release date and launch, let's move on to some other Ghostwire Tokyo news. Keep watching if you don't want to miss out on the latest talk surrounding the horror action adventure. Ghostwire Tokyo incorporates FPS elements into the game. Ghostwire Tokyo may have suffered a director change when Ikumi Nakamura left the studio on behalf of her health in September 2019, but the game is still in good hands. Kenji Kimura is the current director for the game, although the most noteworthy staff member on the team is arguably the combat director Shinichiro Hara. Hara is famous for having worked on the combat design for 2016's Doom, and his involvement in the game is a big indicator of what an action-packed masterpiece Ghostwire is going to be. The game incorporates first-person shooter elements despite there being absolutely no guns involved. Instead, the player will be able to conjure different kinds of magic bolts to throw at enemies, each weak to a specific type. Ghostwire's combat combines dynamic martial arts-style hand gestures with magical elements, being aptly described as karate meets magic by the game's combat director. The game also allows players to use bows and spiritual wires to perform long-distance finishing moves. The action-adventure is likely to be the last Bethesda IP on PS5. Many of Bethesda's biggest games were launched on PlayStation platforms as exclusives, but now with Microsoft's acquisition of ZeniMax Media, and as a result, Bethesda and all of its studios, this exclusivity is going to come to an end. Much like Arcane Studios' Deathloop, Tango Gameworks' Ghostwire Tokyo is going to launch as a timed exclusive on PS5 consoles, due to previous contractual obligations that are still in effect. But there are unlikely to be any more in the future. Ghostwire Tokyo was the last Bethesda game to have been signed as a PS5 exclusive before Microsoft bought Bethesda, and now while there will still be new Bethesda games on PlayStation consoles, the platform is unlikely to see any brand new Bethesda IPs, and even if it does, they certainly won't be PS5 exclusives. Already, Bethesda games like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield have been confirmed as Xbox exclusives that won't be available on PlayStation platforms, and this is likely to continue. Ghostwire Tokyo age-rated in Korea. Bethesda and Tango Gameworks' newest PS5 exclusive, Ghostwire Tokyo, has been rated in Korea, as reported in a tweet by Gematsu. The game has officially been given an age rating of 15, which can be seen by heading over to the official Korean Ratings Board website. This news of Ghostwire Tokyo getting rated is important, as it suggests that Tango and PlayStation are ready to launch the game on PS5 in the next few months. It's been a long road to Ghostwire's launch, but now it shouldn't be too long before we get an official release date. And while it's tough to figure out the exact reason behind Ghostwire Tokyo's 15 age rating due to the language barrier, the symbols depicted on the Korean Rating Board website indicate that the somewhat high rating is due to the amount of threat directed towards the player's character. Not much of a surprise considering the game's feature of the player fighting ghostly spirits. That's a wrap for this video though. Are you excited for Ghostwire Tokyo? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Take care.